carry borrow to fight insurgency are in people's pockets.
See, this nonsense we are doing in this country must stop.
With all that happens,
we keep up with all events.
I hardly hear female lawyers handling high-profile cases.
Another season where Manchester City dominates from maybe start to finish this time around.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is The Lead. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lovely morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to the Morning Crossfire, the very last 1 hour of the show. This very beautiful Monday morning. Yes, conversations ongoing across the country as to what the situation will be like at the end of the day, because the Minister of Petroleum, State, the Minister of Labour and Employment, everybody in Abuja right now speaking with Nupeng and Dangote Group. The doctors themselves, their strike will start on Wednesday. That's the resident doctors. I have the president, the national president of NARD on the show with me this morning, and we'll be finding out exactly where we are with their own situation. Now, look, Lagos, let's talk about the looming strike. You know, when it comes to the health sector, I don't joke with it. Anytime doctors come out to say that, look, there's a problem, I look for them, I bring them on the show to, speak with them, to hear their side of the story. And it's the same thing we're doing this morning, because NARD last week issued a final 10-day ultimatum to the federal government and relevant agencies demanding the immediate fulfillment of long-standing commitments. If their demands remain unmet by this Wednesday, September 10, resident doctors nationwide will proceed with a nationwide strike. Now, what are their demands? I'm going to let you in. No, I won't let you in. What I will do is to bring in Dr. Tope Osundare. He's the national president of NARD. He joins us virtually from the FCT this morning. Dr. Tope, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, sir. It's my pleasure to be here.
Let's start with your demands, because I'd like to get to the real issue very quickly. What are your demands?
Well, the demands are not anything new. They've been long-standing, just like you mentioned, and I do not think that anyone will query us for asking for a salary arrear dating back to 2023. It's even appalling to be discussing issues of 2023 in 2025. So these are part of the things we are asking for. We have a 5-month, it was actually a 7-month arrears, but after mounting several prayer, negotiating, advocacy, and several means, we were able to get 2 months out of the 7-month arrears for this 7-month salary arrears. And we also have the issue of, another accoutrement allowance of 7 months. We have the issue of MRTF for 2025, which has not been paid to over 2,000 resident doctors. Unfortunately, this MRTF is supposed to be what the doctors are going to use to augment in preparation for their exams. The exams have started. Most people went to borrow money for exams. Some people, because of the prayer, demands here and there, and the high cost of inflation. For instance, people will stay in Lagos. You know what house rent in Lagos is, so they could not afford to pay for this, exam fee, and therefore they are not eligible to sit down for the exam. So invariably, the actions and inactions of the government has made them to lose 1 year out of their residency training program. Now, who is going to compensate for these years that is lost? Sometimes you might even have strike by nurses, which is also going to hinder you in progressing for your exams, because sometimes your hospital can be shut down. These are part of the things that is putting untold hardship on resident doctor, and for this reason we are now asking the government to do the needful. Part of our demand also includes the attitude of some state government. For instance, we have in Oyo State, the new salary scale for doctors has not been implemented. In Lautech Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso.
Okay.
Whereas in other, state hospital owned by Oyo State, this salary structure has been implemented for them. So the question is, why is Lautech Teaching Hospital Ogbomoso segregated from all of these things? So we, these are some of the things that are bothering us, and we demand immediate action from government, from state governors, and from other relevant agencies to ensure that, these demands are met. We also have issues of downgrading of our certificates. We've cried, we've reached out to.
Why was that done? Who downgraded your certificate? Why was that done? Do you know?
It has been an issue between the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria and the National Postgraduate Medical College. And, even the Ministry of Health is even aware of all of this issue. And we told them that in line with global best practices, when anybody writes an exam, give them the appropriate certificate. But, they have justification for everything they are doing. But as it is
what did they say to justify the downgrade?
They are saying that they do not want doctors in Nigeria to, have certificate and be practicing as, a consultant and no. We have different strata of exams. So if you are a new resident, when you are maybe up to 2-3 years, you write an exam that qualifies you to become a senior registrar. Then from then you write the other exam that qualifies you to become a consultant. So when you write the first one, which is called the Part 1 exam, you are expected to have a certificate. In fact, some people will opt out. They will tell you they are not doing residency again. But you give them their certificate. They can use it anywhere. They are more or less like, of course, they are not fellows. They are not doctors. The fellows are called consultants. So they've not been, they've not written an exam to qualify as consultant. Nonetheless, we are telling them that the certificate that is due to eligible candidate, give it to them. Now, if you write a diploma exam, these same regulating bodies and examination bodies, they conduct exams and they give certificate for diploma. Right. If you give a certificate of diploma, why are you not giving Part 1 exam, Part 1 certificate? And in fact, this Part 1 certificate is even higher than that of diploma. So we were now like, if you are going to award certificate for any other courses or any other field or whatsoever you are doing within the college, then you should be able to award certificate for the Part 1 exam. So these are some of our arguments, and we are expecting that government is going to sit down and look into this thoroughly so that it can be addressed once and for all. So we have gamut of demands, but let me just stop there so that I can take
I want to take you back to the issue of Oyo State that you mentioned earlier. I'm wondering because I know that Kaduna State government is also involved. What grounds do you have with the Kaduna State government, Dr. Tope?
Yep. For Kaduna State, we are making some progress on the issue of Kaduna State.
Okay.
Presently, the state government has promised that they are going to begin to pay the salary scale. There is a particular salary scale, called commerce salary scale for doctors. Now, what Kaduna State is doing is that they are paying around 50% of this salary scale to doctors in Kaduna State. But we've discussed with them, and they are promising that come September ending, when salaries are being paid, they will now migrate to 100% commerce salary. So for a very long time, the Kaduna State doctors
we're having some connectivity issues with Dr. Osundare, or Shindara rather. Hopefully we'll get him back on the show so we can continue with the conversation. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. Resident doctors are going to be going on strike on Wednesday, and that's why we're having the national president of resident doctors in Nigeria, Dr. Tope Osundare, on the show this morning to talk to us about what their issues are, what their demands are, and what they want from from the government regarding that. Okay, as soon as we have, we have Dr. Tope back. Dr. Tope, please go on Kaduna State government.
They are going to improve on the salary and pay 100% of this common salary structure. So we are hoping that the government of Kaduna State will be able to live up to this expectation and do according to the promise made. And for that reason, we discussed with our members over there in Kaduna State, and the strike action they've embarked on has been suspended.
Indeed. Dr. Tope, let me also, because I still want to look at this at the state level before we go to the national level, because I like to compartmentalize issues anytime issues crop up like this. And I know that you're also you mentioned the issue of welfare for resident doctors at the state level. What's the situation like? What's the welfare of doctors like at the state level? Are you happy with states handling welfare of doctors?
I didn't quite get that.
So I was asking about, one of your many demands and rightful demands is state level welfare resolutions for resident doctors. So I am asking, are you okay with any state at all in terms of welfare for doctors, or the subnationals, the state governments aren't treating resident doctors well in terms of welfare?
All right. Some of them are doing well. The likes of Bayelsa State, Ogun State, they are doing well. Lagos State is also doing well, though they have some issues which has been addressed in Lagos State. We have Delta State is also trying as much as possible to improve on the package for doctors and other health workers. So we have a pocket of them like that are doing fantastic. Benue State government is also, doing well for the doctors over there. But the likes of Kaduna or your state, especially, what we are seeing there in terms of treatment, welfare package for doctors is, suboptimal.
Indeed. Now, there's this other issue that I think most Nigerians have complained about severally when they keep hearing resident doctors going on strike, almost every year on a yearly basis. Some have called it a ritual that we must observe every year. Resident doctors go on strike. Now, this is the angle I want to come in. I want to understand the processes of giving ultimatum. In July, NARD gave 3-week ultimatum, followed by another 3 weeks before issuing this final 10-day. Please explain all of these to Nigerians who don't understand how these things work. Why the ultimatum after ultimatum after ultimatum?
Well, okay, thank you for that question. The essence of the ultimatum is to call the attention of relevant stakeholders in health sector to the demands of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors. So it is during this ultimatum that government can sit down with the leadership of NARD to iron out or discuss what the concerns are. So for a serious government, they will look into it, provide a solution, reach a conclusion, then there is a way forward. So each time when government calls, we have, this understanding among ourselves. The first thing is for you to identify whether what they are presenting to you is even legitimate.
Okay.
Because if it is not legitimate, you can throw it out, trash it out, and tell whoever is presenting to you that what you are presenting, the government cannot do it because of this and this reason. But we have a common understanding. We have a mutual ground that all of our concerns are legitimate. All of our concerns are right. So for that reason, it is just on their own part to do what is needful. Now, if they now request for time, we will tell them, okay, within this period of time, you can do this and do certain things. But what we've discovered is that when you reach this agreement with government has always perpetually failed in their own part of the bargain. So even this breach of contract with the relevant association, relevant union, is something the government is supposed to pay for. But who is going to call them to question? Who is going to, I don't know, not arrest or, reprimand them. No, nobody is going to even tell them that what you are doing, because they are a law to themselves, or they are a judge in their own case. So most of the time, it is not failure on the part of relevant unions and associations when they begin to give ultimatums severally. It is because of breach of contract between unions or association and government. And most of the time, it is always government that is at fault. And that is why we even extend the time. Like you mentioned, we've given 2 ultimatums. Now we are giving a 10-day ultimatum for government to now take action and look into the issues and address them squarely.
Dr. Tope, are you currently having a conversation? Is there a negotiation going on, right? Because I know that the one you had last week or so, it was deadlocked. Are you currently having a conversation right now?
Well, as of now, there is sometimes most of the time you don't go official. You have to lobby, you have to do advocacy, sit them behind closed doors. That is what I can say. There is nothing official that has been passed to us. So anything we are getting is just because of relationship with who is who within the health sector.
No official communication, no official channel, even though your strike is going to start on Wednesday. Nobody is talking to you.
Exactly. I can say that emphatically. Nobody has even called us. So it is more or less like they are damning the consequence.
What happens if resident doctors go on strike on Wednesday? What are the implications?
The implication is that the health sector will be in another form of conundrum, because several patients we have to leave. We form the largest arm of, or the largest body of doctors in Nigeria. We are the youth wing of, the doctors in Nigeria, and we have a membership spread across the country. So what will happen is that if the residents around, clinical service delivery will be hampered, and that is not too good for Nigerians who are seeking health care in various hospitals. It is painful. We are not looking at this end. We do not want this end, but the government has pushed us to what we don't want. And the only way we feel the government will be able to address this matter is, if there is industrial disharmony, then maybe they will not be able to call us. But we do not want this. That is why we've been lobbying, we've been advocating, we've been using several emissaries to reach out to them and negotiate, so that after Wednesday we don't get into a situation where the hospitals are shut down.
I wanted to ask you one very direct question, but we're almost due for a break. Let's go on this short break, Dr. Tope. When we return, I wanted to know, in all of the demands that you've listed, which falls on the table of the federal government and which falls on the table of the state, or are they all? Do you categorize everything as the same and the government? Because I'm thinking, why would the federal government not be talking to you? Why would they not be all over your DM right now, calling you 24/7 to the table, having marathon meetings with you and your team, just so they can avert the strike coming up on Wednesday? I'm thinking out loud. Please hold on that question. Let's go on a quick break. We'll not take any calls. Callers are calling the telephone. We'll not take for now. We'll go off on this break and then we'll return. Then you help me provide answer to that question. Lagos, we'll be right back. Stay here with us. Don't go anywhere, please.
Only one station gives you great talk every day.
Once you have money, to have influence and power, you can rule in Nigeria. The Supreme Court said that one old man came to testify because the old man cannot lie. That they gave him judgment.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
When it's time to cook, don't you stress. Life's kitchen brings the best. Oil, mayonnaise, seasoning cubes. Cause that chocolate coffee, so much to choose. Food is ready, as it is. Taste the joy to you. Lazarus Kitchen, magic in every taste.
Okay now, dependable insurance. After God, you are the next insurance. See as the boys the Allah. All the ladies the Allah. Insure your car protection from accidents. Unforeseen loss, you can see them. Mistakes are meant to happen. If you don't jam the car, they'll jam yours. Will you beat them? Ah yes, you will get them arrested. Your plans for that day is affected. You waste your money, you waste energy. With AXA, you can be protected.
Get the protection that pays today. Call 0700 AXA Mansa to get a motor insurance that pays. AXA, know you can.
Imagine that your car engines are running smoothly. Plus, you get instant cash or airtime rewards for that. You don't have to imagine any further in the AP Lubricants Instant Rewards promo, where everybody is a winner. From the 1st of August to December 31st, 2025, buy Visco 2000, Super Visco Static, HD40, or any other AP Lubricants grade and get 200 Naira for 1 liter, 400 Naira for 4 liters, and 1000 Naira for 25 liters. Just like that. No delays, no stress, instant cash out. So hurry now. Visit any AP filling station or accredited seller near you to get your AP lubricants and come out a winner. Terms and conditions apply. AP Lubricants, engineered for excellent engine performance.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It go rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Pocari Sweat, give me some more. Pocari Sweat.
As a mom and a dentist, I know the importance of strong teeth, beautiful white smile, and fresh breath. They give you the confidence to eat the right foods without worry, speak confidently in public, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3. It's 3 toothpaste in 1 to protect their teeth from holes, give them white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3.
My back, my body, my shoulder, with Salon Pass. When the back is on the pain, you with Salon Pass. When the body on the trouble, you
Salon Pass Pain Relief Patch provides effective relief for stubborn pain such as back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, and leg pain. Salon Pass is distributed by Drugstock and available in pharmacies and stores near you. Try Salon Pass today. Salon Pass, just patch it. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult your doctor.
It's time for back to school. Looking for a reliable pen? With Big Crystal Original, forget your worries. It flows smoothly over paper. No more running out of ink. Big Crystal Original is the pen that writes up to 3 kilometers for your notes, exams, and scribblings during class. Big Crystal Original, a pen you can rely on.
E get many things where they gbadu pampe for. You fit dey transfer yafun free of charge.
Tell me more.
Data and airtime na cheap on top pampe.
No be tori mad here.
You pay for something, they give you something back. No be play.
No be cashback be that.
Dem still sama you reach 20% kule interest on top saving.
This better. Na more.
Na app we get many enjoyment and jollification. Na pampe. Say yes to more.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer. things no dey easy, but we continue to dey move. For Total Energies, we don dey innovate for over 70 years to take give una the ogbonge quartz engine oil wey dey protect your car and SUV engine dem. Con dey improve the performance and help the usage of fuel for your motor. Quartz dey for every type of engine, whether na petrol or diesel, hybrid or even electric motor. E dey make sure say engine dey perform well and dey last well, and e dey also help reduce smoke, because the work of quartz engine oil na to dey protect the emission control system. Save more as you dey maintain your motor with quartz engine oil, so that your engine go tanda gidigba, con last long. Experience Total Energies ogbonge premium engine oil through the years.
Update. Yes, so Boku Store don add ogbonge products to their shelf. High quality for low prices. From sachet Go Vita chocolate drink for 150 naira to Chula tomato paste for 140 naira to Platis dishwash for 1,900 naira for only inside Boku. All of them don dey available.
Oya shop Boku for prices wey cheap pass market and high quality for low prices. Boku no far from you.
Boku abi no Boku.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
In today's housing update, real stories from Nigerians benefiting from the ARM Managed Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund, MREIF, also known as MREF, a private sector-led initiative launched by the federal government.
Hello, my name is Mr. Obiora. Thanks to the MREF program, I just bought my first house in Enugu. I paid my 10% upfront and MREF paid the balance.
That's right. MREF is here to make owning a house a reality for more Nigerians, offering affordable mortgages of up to 20 years at a fixed interest rate of just 9.75% per annum. MREF is open to all Nigerians, and you too could move into your own house. For more information, visit any of the participating banks listed on the MREF website or apply at www.mreif.com.ng. www.mreif.com.ng.
This message is brought to you by ARM Investment Managers, Fund Manager for MREF.
Make I ask you the last question. Among the options where I go give you, choose the one where they give better gaming experience where person no fit forget. A, to use your data they watch match early momo. B, they listen to your uncle where be your bongest sports guru. C, Betano. The correct answer now Betano. Don't go tell yourself, if you join the pata betting platform for inside Nigeria, where get different betting options, fast cash out, missions where they get it, betting data features, and we go welcome you with bonus of 200,000 naira. Betano, the game don't start. Bet responsibly. Only for people who don't pass 18 years. Betano now proud partner of Aston Villa.
Hey, yeah, now Rabi, with Orabi, but it's strong, my mouth is fresh, it clean well, oh, now Orabi, strong teeth Orabi, fresh bread Orabi, 24/7 with Orabi, strong teeth Orabi.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Orabi today. The Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda Gidigba with Orabi.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Hey, I'm back with some more exciting information for you.
So last week we had the conversation about progress. And I asked the question, what does progress mean to you as an individual? You know how different things have different meanings to different people? We were talking about progress, and I said, what does progress mean to you? And lots of people had different things to say. They said progress means money. Some said progress means buying their favorite meal. Some said progress means fulfilling your dreams. Well, those are all correct answers. But you see, whatever you define progress as, the truth is that to progress faster, you need a partner to help you get there. It could be your spouse, it could be your friend or your family that's gonna be there to encourage you every step of the way to help you progress. So are you looking for a good partner to help you progress? Well, the guys at Money Points are made just for you. These guys at Money Points are made for moving you from start to success. From entrepreneur to mogul, Money Points is the partner you need as you navigate life. Money Points is built for your progress. Whatever progress means to you, make it happen by opening a Money Points account today. Do you plan to start a business, or are you an entrepreneur that plans to grow your business? Or do you just want to have a good life? What are you waiting for? Hurry up now and set up your very own Money Points account to make sure that you progress every step of the way. Money Point is made for your progress.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire this Monday morning. I am Sheriff Quadry. I've got on the show with me Dr. Tope Osundare. And we're talking about the strike action by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors that they plan to embark upon on Wednesday, September 10. And Dr. Osundare is the national president of NARD, and he joins virtually from Abuja this morning. Dr. Osundare, thank you again for giving us time to have this conversation this morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's go back to the question I asked earlier about the demands. Which of the demands are state, dependent? Which are federal, or everything is federal?
Yes, bulk of the demands, it's largely the honors of the federal government to address. With the issue of arrears of government salary since 2023 is for federal government to address. The issue of accoutrement allowance of 7 months, the MROTF for over 2,000 doctors, which has not been paid. It's the duty of the federal government through its agency to address it. The downgrading of the membership certificate for West African College of Physicians and Surgeons is also the issue. The honors lies on the federal government to address it through its agency, relevant agency. But the way it works is that whatsoever is done at the federal level is cascaded to all the state, tertiary institutions. That is the template with which they are going to work with, because we want parity in whatsoever is done at the federal level to be cascaded to the state level. For some states, they are even doing far better than what the federal government is doing, because they also looked at the structure and they feel that, okay, they can improve on it. In Imo State now, what they are doing in Imo State is even far better than what the federal government is doing. And some other states are also copying the likes of Imo State. Lagos State is also has also improved on what they are paying as incentives or remuneration to health workers in the state. So,
for the record, how much is Imo State planning to start paying health workers, doctors?
Okay, I don't want to mention a figure, but for a new resident that is coming in to Imo State, what we've been seeing with the federal institution is that a new doctor that is coming in is getting something in the region of $200 per month. But for him,
$200.
yes, per month. So for Imo State, they've improved on it. So their own pay is not double the figure, but at least appreciable. Figure.
If I may butt in here, why the dollars? Why are you not quoting in naira, Dr. Shindara? Otife Jack Babi, why are you going?
I'm still in Nigeria.
Interesting, but let me ask you this question, and this is quite personal. What do you say to Nigerians who may suffer, as if by Wednesday everything goes bum, in federal health facilities, especially pregnant women, especially children? What do you say to them? I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I'm just asking.
I understand. This whole thing is because of our patients. Now, come to think of it, a doctor that should be well trained to see a pregnant woman, there is no, yardstick to ascertain whether this doctor is even qualified to handle that pregnant woman. The doctor should progress in his career. The actions and inactions of government is stalling that. The doctor should be well remunerated. Actions and inaction of government is stalling that. And you still want this same doctor who is now becoming emotionally, down. And unfortunately, the demands of our work is too enormous. Coupled with that, you now have an enormous number of patients that is flooding into the hospital. So you have prayer from your own work, because there is, people, even the society, they are expecting some certain level of quality from you. So there is prayer on that side. There is prayer because you have few numbers of doctors attending to, thousands of patients in the hospital. So it is because of the patients that we are even doing this, because if a doctor that is becoming cynical, is becoming, negative attitude towards patient, and you are seeing that kind of doctor, how are you going to feel when you walk into the clinic and a doctor is behaving negatively to you? These are some of the reasons why you have assault in our hospitals. So all of these things we are doing, it is because we want stability within the health sector. So the patient should not see it as we are trying to, do something inimical against their health. No, that is far from it. We want to be at a duty post. If the government provide an enabling environment, they provide what will make this job satisfactory to us. Of course, you won't see us on the street. What am I doing there? I'm supposed to be in the clinic. I'm supposed to be somewhere attending to patients, but I'm agitating, crying out loud, so that those who have ears can hear, and we can avert this, impending strike action come Wednesday this week.
Let's take one or two calls, Dr. Shindara. Let's take one or two calls, and then I would want you to also perhaps provide an insight into the long-term reforms, apart from the demands that you've listed. Some of the long-term reforms that you would love to see in our public health facilities or in the health sector in general. Just prepare your response to that question. In the meantime, Lagos, it's time to chime in. Let's have you say one or two things regarding our conversation this morning with the resident doctor. The resident doctors, they're going on strike on Wednesday. And I've got the national president here, Dr. Tope Osundare, on the show. 0201 277 0993. Female only line is 0201 465 7190. WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. Please keep your contribution short and straight to the point. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Oga Sharif.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guest. My question to him this morning, this is Pastor Ladipo, follow from Orile in Sarigomo.
You're welcome.
The question I want to ask him is this. When they agreed with the government the last time, did they read or did they give the government their own terms? Because coming back again and again, again and again and said, okay, can't they just at once say, okay, this is what we want.
I
And
can't
they
get what the
just
person
say
is saying.
I'll let
once
you
and
know.
for all. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you for calling. So what the caller is saying is that why go on this? Why make this strike action ritual if your demands were not met initially? Why not ensure that once and for all government meets your demand before you recall your members from strike action? That's essentially what it was asking. Why call a strike? And the government meets part of it, then you recall people, then before you know it, you go back on strike again.
There is a bargaining agreement between us and government. So sometimes we also consider what the strike action is going to, the effect of the strike action on members of the populace. So what we do is that we strike a balance between what our demands are, what we want to do, and the consequences on the health sector. So that we don't have total shutdown on health sector. So that's why sometimes we just, maybe 3 days, they should be able to answer us within that time frame. Sometimes 1 week, they should be able to answer us. But what we've seen is that, as much as we want to be sympathetic to the member, the government has not reciprocated, this goodwill to us. So what we expect is that if the government is reciprocating the goodwill, we won't have to even come to this stage of discussing. Once we have an agreement with government, the government should be truthful on their own part of the bargain. And members of the public can also help us as well. When you notice issues like this, you should cry out. But what we have most of the time is that you even see members of the public who do not even understand what the agitations are. Then they begin to say all sorts on social media. And, government also, they are smart.
How does that make you feel when you see all kinds of comments on social media against doctors who are on strike?
We sometimes just gloss over it because when you are ignorant of the situation, it will give room for all sort of talks, disinformation and misinformation. And if you have that, you are likely going to address the issue, with a jaundiced view. So, but when government now sees that people are jaundiced in their, in their judgment of a situation, they will take advantage of that, and some of them will just launch media attack. Then they begin to form propaganda and all. But we are going to remain focused on our concerns, our agitations, and demands for our members. We will not mind whatsoever some members of the public who are misinformed, but whatsoever they are going to do is not going to deter us from addressing issues squarely. But members of the public can help us reach out to the who is who in government, in the society, so that we do not come to this stage subsequently.
All right. Let's take another call. Good morning to you. Good morning. I can't hear you. Let me take this call here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning to you. Welcome, Kenny.
Yes. Doctor, good morning, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, what I want to say, Sheriff, really, this morning, I'm wanting to talk to the general populace because my heart goes out to these resident doctors. I'm asking the general populace, people that have access, that have, areas of influence, that they should, be pressure groups, to people that can actually make a change for this doctor's welfare. Because whether we like it or not, we are at the receiving end of this whole thing. And these doctors have a choice. They can just jack back. And Nigeria will just not be in a good position. So I'm encouraging Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians that have access and, levels of influence to be pressure groups, to get this thing done once and for all. Let's speak out for them. I know we can do something good. Have a good one.
Have a great one, Kenny. Madam Oboli is on the line. Let's see who. Madam Oboli, morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Sherry.
Good morning
to your guest as well. Hearing your guest speak this morning, I can't help but wonder the level of inhumanity and lackluster attitude of our government towards the strike action of this magnitude. Mr. Sheriff, in a civilized clime, when the doctor sneezes, the society catches a cold. Doctors have been clamoring and telling you that they want to go on strike, and the government is just apathetical about it. With the explanation this morning, nobody will guilt trip or blame them for this exercise they want to embark on because it's for the good of humanity. I support this strike wholeheartedly. In a civilized clime, this would not be happening. They should go ahead with the strike. I know lives will be lost in the process, but please, it is for the betterment of society. I commend what he has said and what they are planning to do. God bless you. Good morning, Nigeria.
Morning to you too, Madam Oboli. Dr. Osundare, is this strike? Is it going to be what do you call it now? Indefinite until you are answered?
Well, I'm just the chief servant of the association. My own duty is to be, someone who hear out their cause, who hear out their concern and demands. We will sit down, discuss what the government has offered. If there is nothing tangibly palpable from government, that will determine the next course of action. So it is for the members of association to decide whether it is going to be indefinite or it's just going to last for maybe a few days to give room for government to, address the issue.
Indeed. Now, beyond the demands that you've highlighted at the beginning of this interview, what long-term reforms do you believe are necessary in the health sector?
All right. There are several reforms, and several groups of people, even the Ministry of Health, through the Coordinating Minister of Health, that's the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health, have given several reforms in form of policy, and they've made this known to the presidency. Some times ago, the National Policy on Network Force was released by the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health, and if you look at the thematic area, you see where certain things are addressed, and it is for the government to have the willingness to implement them. And one of the areas where I want the government to look into is how to safeguard doctors who are excessively overworked. There is no policy, there is no regulation that safeguard doctors from prolonged working hours. So what you then see is that doctors are subjected to very long, excessive hours of work that contributes to burnout and heightens the risk of medical errors, and it will jeopardize patient safety. So this tragic, there could be a tragic result, and it could cause even fatality for the patient and for the doctors, because litigation could arise. So the Senate and House of Representatives and House of Assembly at the state level should look into this issue to regulate the long working hours for doctors. Then the other thing I would want as a form of reform is that it is, there is an agreement with government that every 5 years you should review the salary of doctors so that it will be commensurate with the economic reality of the time. The last time this was done in Nigeria for doctors was over a decade ago. And these doctors have not been crying. Now, it is one of the reasons why we have JAPA syndrome. The Honorable Minister mentioned the issue of incentive as part of the thematic area in the policy. But as this incentive we improved upon, we are talking about 2023 area that has not been paid in 2025. And when these doctors are asking, nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to want to listen to them. It is as if they're asking for too much. We are even asking for what is due, which is supposed to have been paid, and it has not been paid. So the issue of incentive, so that even if it's not going to meet up with what is being paid abroad, at least you can have something, substantial. Look at what is done to the judiciary. This is health sector, for crying out loud, and nothing has been done to improve on it. Okay,
Dr. Tope Osundare, the national president of Nigeria Association of Resident Doctors. Thank you for joining us on the show today. We'll keep an eye on what is happening. We'll probably have you here again before the week runs out. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Lagos, that's our show this morning. Many thanks to everybody that listened. Many thanks to Zainab Yakin, who produced. I'm Sheriff Quadry. The FinTech Show is next with Femi Abong Daniels at 9. Good morning to you.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. .3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.